If you are just joining us, we have been looking at the End Bad Governance protest, and of course now we will be focusing more on the security situation in most states of the Federation. Now joining me at this time is Sam Yohanna, the Immediate Past Organizing Secretary of the APC Kaduna State, and also Roy Okide-Verbie is a security expert. He joins from Texas in the United States. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me.
Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure.
All right, great. Let me start off with you, Yohanna. Kaduna State in this past few days has been a hotbed. Unfortunately, we've seen destruction, we've seen loss of lives, and we've even seen, very disturbing crackdowns, particularly on protesters. I would like your immediate reaction.
Yeah, good evening, viewers, and good evening, listeners as well online. Mr. Dako, on Saturday, Sunday, the situation was calm in Kaduna, but yesterday, Monday, at about 10 a.m., the protesters came out in their numbers, and before you say Jack Robinson, they took over major streets in Kaduna, started putting bonfires, burning tires, and carrying the flag of Russian Federation, and chanting all kind of slogans. And honestly, I will commend the security agents to have made a timely intervention. If not, the situation would have been different from what we're talking about right now. You see, like I said some days ago when I was on your program, that our fears, our concern when these protesters keep agitating that they were going on protest has come to bear. Reason because we, from experience, when protests like this starts, it has three stages. The people that will start it along the line will lose control, and some people will take over in the middle, and some people will conclude the protest. You see, the protest has been infiltrated. When I say it has been infiltrated, criminal elements have hijacked the protest, whereby, as at yesterday in Kaduna, they kept vandalizing public and commercial facilities. There's a bank around Tudunwada area, not too far from Kaduna Polytechnic, that's Fidelity Bank. That bank was completely vandalized yesterday. Vehicles belonging to staffs of the banks were vandalized. Their motorcycles that were kept outside were taken away, were stolen. I think they eventually found their way into the banking hall, but before they could wreak havoc, I think the security agents intervened. And like I said, I must commend the security agents for their professional conduct within their rules of engagement.
Okay, talking about the security agents being professional, were they truly professional? Because there are also footages of killings of security agents going overboard. If at all, in the discharge of their duties, which, are pretty much disturbing and questionable. I'd like your reaction.
No. As of yesterday, I cannot confirm any killing in Kaduna, except maybe some of those videos you saw from other neighboring states. But up to this very moment, I can't remember if there was a casualty yesterday in Kaduna. But like I said earlier, Mr. Dako,
I'm not talking of yesterday alone. I'm not referring to yesterday alone. I'm referring to, the previous days too. You said the security agents have been professional, and I'm questioning that.
I was on this program with you. Yeah, I was on this program with you, and we had extensive deliberation with you. I told you that there was an attempt on a policeman's life where he was shot in the leg. That's the policeman that was protecting the facility at the Kaduna Investment Protection Agency, Kadipa. And I think there was someone that was killed around, I think, in between 44 Reference Hospital and around the government reserve area. That was not, it wasn't yesterday, it was previously. And I told you that among the protesters, some were arrested with rifles and ammunition. Where, like I said, there's a particular movement, a group that has been terrorizing Kaduna for over a year. I think in the course of preliminary investigation, they found out that the people who were caught with rifles were members of that movement. But honestly, Mr. Dako, as of today, I think the situation is a little bit calm because of the curfew that was imposed yesterday by the government, and today The governor went around evaluating the extent of damages done to public and commercial facilities. So as it is right now, Kaduna is locked down. There's 24-hour curfew, no movement. And I think security that going around unmasking the perpetrators, the ringleaders of the violent protests yesterday.
All right.
And as we move forward, I think more arrests will be made.
All right. Let me leave you, Mr. Yohanna. Let me go to Roy. Roy, thank you for making our time to be on the program. Now, you are a security expert, and I want to believe that you have been following all that has transpired in Nigeria in this past few days. Now, I would like, from your expertise as a security consultant, what have you observed, and also what's your take so far?
Okay, thank you very much for this opportunity, and thank you for all you do, media. Even after we have seen how media people are being molested, abused, even the IG said the media should wear their gadgets to show that they are press. And just recently, either today or yesterday evening, depending on your time frame in Nigeria and US, media persons with press written on their shirt were being bundled into their buses and asked to leave.
That was actually New Central Media Crew in Lagos.
Oh,
yeah.
So I saw that, and I was so disheartening where a media man, a press man, with policemen across the road, a press man with press is bundled into a press agency, legitimate organization bus and asked to leave by miscreants. And the police that are taking taxpayers' money are across the road there watching what is happening. So you see, one thing I will try to do today is this. I will try to remove myself from political infiltrations in this discussion. Let's see how we can touch in on security. Now, for an example, insecurity is what my brother in the studio is talking about. Kudos to any security agency when you respond to insecurity. You know, it's a reactive measure. You jump into your vehicle, you carry your guns, your tear gas, your hot water pumpers, you know, you rush into the place, drive everybody away, fine. You arrest those that you need to arrest and try your best to do human empathy and everything, fine. That is intervention. That is reaction. Security is not insecurity. Insecurity is already a crisis situation. The breach has been done, you know, so you are coming in to react. But security agencies are supposed to provide security. If I am coming out and I said I'm going to protest, and it is my right to protest, the security agencies must first of all look at lines that can be broken. One of those lines are clusters of people that we gather, that we plan to hijack. So if you want to give kudos to a security agency, they should tell you a day before, the night before, 2 days before, cells of hijackers, miscreants that are against the protest, that are coming to abuse the rights of the protest, they are arrested, you know, and we'll just see them paraded. And on the day, we'll say, oh, so these are the guys that wanted to come and cause mayhem. You know, so security also is when you are there on that day, putting perimeter cover for the people that are rightfully protesting. Because you are there putting perimeter cover, you will definitely identify those that are the miscreants. Now, we have little policemen for much human activity. Now, if we want to look at why we have little policemen, poor number of policemen being deployed, I will ask you, if there is a political rally in one state or the other, maybe Anambra or Maiduguri, you will hear that the IG has deployed 10,000 policemen, and you will see them there doing show of force. But on a day like this, why can't we have policemen give perimeter protection to those that are protesting? So those that are not protesting but come there to create crisis will be picked away. Even those that came for legitimate protest. One of the things a legitimate government is supposed to do also is to have a town hall meeting, because we are all been joking with the word town hall. Town hall is actually a platform where you can talk to the people. You know, you can say, okay, for the north, let's have people from Kano, from here, Abuja, let's meet in so and so place.
All right, Roy,
bring your representative.
Right, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I understand that we need to go on a quick break. When we return, we'll pick up from there. Please stay with us. All right, for those watching, of course, we need to go on a quick break. When we return, the conversation continues. Stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us. This is still Politics HQ on News Central Television. And of course, we are discussing matters rising. Today happens to be day 6 of the End Bad Governance protest across Nigeria. I still have with me my guest, Sam Yohanna, the Immediate Past Organizing Secretary of the All Progressives Congress, APC Kaduna State, and also Roy Okedivebie is a security expert who joins from Texas in the U.S. Gentlemen, thank you for staying with me. Let me go to you, Sam, on this one. Now, in the course of this protest, several concerns have been raised, particularly when it comes to security and the interaction. Between security forces and civilians. Now, part of the casualty includes us. I remember Roy making reference to pressmen being harassed. I'd like you to react on this, particularly the security forces. Did they truly obey the rules of engagement?
Mr. Dapo, it's unacceptable anywhere in the world for a pressman or a presswoman to be intimidated or to be harassed or to malhandle the crisis, even during war. It is against the Geneva Convention for pressmen to be shot dead or to be malhandled, because they deserve all protection that can be given to the both sides of the coin. So I'm not in support of what happened to the pressman in legal, and unfortunately, I think is your crew member from News Central. My take there is, from what we saw there, it's not a security man that was harassing your reporter.
But there was the police on the other side of the road that could have done something.
Let me land on this. If they're actually security men there and they didn't take any action, honestly, I am disappointed, and it's something that needs to be investigated. And if they're having gloves, I mean, they need to be dealt with, because you can't keep giving cover to tops, non-state actors harassing pressmen doing their lawful duty. It is unacceptable.
All right. Let me go to Roy. Roy, I know that before we went on that break, you were trying to establish a point. I'd like you to land on that, and if at all, react to some other concerns you might have observed, particularly when it comes to security.
If I'm in government, and I know that so many people like me, we are almost tired of talking, you understand, because this thing is glaring. It's very easy to do, especially if you have this intelligence growth pattern and you are mixed up with so many forays where intelligence is shared and strategies are shared. You know, we have series of security experts coming on air every day for the past 30 years. And so many of us are growing old right now. And we have said it. What stops when we say there's going to be a protest? What stopped the DSS? I was in Kaduna for 9 years under one mechanized infantry division. That was when I even did my special forces in charge. Now, in Kaduna alone, we have security personnel that are Muslims and Christians. We have security personnel that are Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba in Kaduna. What stops the agency to penetrate every nook and cranny and build their own counter cells? What stops them to have mole in the criminal gathering and the build up to the violence? What stops them to be able to articulate the strategy of the criminals and nip it at the bud? What is the glory that the country will achieve to say, we said the protest will be hijacked. What did you do? It's very easy to be able to protect citizens that want to protest. In fact, it's the easiest thing to do. Why? Because the citizens themselves would become partners with you. So you must have a discussion with those persons that want to go on protest. So many of them.
All right, Roy, just because I understand that we're pressed for time, quickly, what do you make of some individuals seen in some states wielding Russian flag?
I was getting there. It's just
30 seconds because I understand.
Let me join you to manage the time. Yes. Okay. Now, before you can be able to do that, it should be anticipated. What did we anticipate as security agencies? The head of DSS is supposed to resign, concerning that immediately. If the people can sow flags of a foreign country, that is treason. It does not even concern the military, because this is internal security. The Ministry of Internal Affairs, all the Ministry of Security like the DSS, the NSA, all of them are supposed to be concerned with this right now. And it's a major breach. And note that is coming from a section of this country. So every other section, Nigeria is good to say, Yoruba do this, they didn't say anything, Hausa did this, they didn't say Igbo, now do this. So we must be careful to deal with everybody at par. So if there were people raising flags, that is treason. Who will deal with them like it is treason? There is no accountability, no culpability. After this arrest, you will see those same people on the streets tomorrow walking freely.
All right. Yohanna, 30 seconds. Your final thoughts.
Yes. My final thought is, moving forward, our security agents have to be more proactive than reactive, because the people sowing those flags and whoever is coordinating production of those flags, I expect they would have been unmasked before the protest started. And the principal actors of this protest should be unmasked, because when you see a leaf dancing on top of a river, the drum is coming under the river. So I'm sure there are people beating this drum from somewhere. Right. And like the flag that they're flying everywhere, honestly, it's not a good say, it's a danger signal, honestly. So the earlier the better, our security agents unmasked who are the people behind this flags that are being posted within the territory of our country.
All right, Roy and Yohanna, thank you so much for your time on the program.
Thank you for having us.
And that's a wrap on tonight's show. In case you missed out, you can actually catch up on our YouTube platform. That's News Central TV. You can also follow us across socials. We are on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. Subscribe. Let us be a part of your life, and let us always bring you up to speed. You can follow me personally at Dakbo, at Digboye across socials. Until I come your way again, good night.